You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we're going to talk a little bit about Unrivaled and their superstar all-world player that is supposed to be, of course, elevating their league. And, of course, this player has not elevated their league at all. In fact, this player, a lot of nights, can't even sell out that little small arena in Dallas. But there's a section of fans out there who sure tell you, oh, she better than Caitlin Clark. She more popular than Caitlin Clark. Okay. And, of course, that's why we're here. Sift through the BS. Tell you the truth. And, of course, I'm talking about a member of the Yukon Mafia, Paige Bueckers, somebody that checks in boxes, all right, that fulfills the agenda that the WNBA wants out of their kind of fans. Yeah, maybe more so of that the WNBA's fellow players and many of their coaches and leadership, like general managers throughout the league, actually want their players to check certain boxes. She does that, right? And I'm talking about one Paige Bueckers. Now, it's funny. It was my understanding she was going to dominate this league. I'm talking about Unrivaled, right? Second-rate women's basketball that has basically no real stars playing in it whatsoever. Outside of, Kelsey Mitchell's a star, okay. But I'm talking about your upper echelon. There's no Caitlin Clarks. There's no Asia Wilsons. There's no Sabrina Ionescu's. Angel Reese, nowhere to be seen in the league this year, by the way. Boy, I think that's an indictment on the league, too. Angel literally said, not worth my time. And you may be like, Rose, did she literally say that? Well, yeah, because she didn't show up. She chose not to play. So here we go. And we'll get to the sports media trying to escalate Paige Bueckers to WNBA MVP right after this, okay? We will get to that, but I wanted to set this up by telling you just how much she's really leading the wins in Unrivaled. Paige Bueckers got off to a strong start to Unrivaled league action as her expansion team, Breeze, started 2-0 with some impressive wins before they lost to defending Unrivaled champion Rose BC. They had a chance to bounce back Saturday night against the Vinyl BC. They did not bounce back. These names are terrible. The Vinyl BC ran away with the game 81-66, and the score didn't even feel like it was that close. The Vinyl went up by 11 just a minute into the second quarter, and they never looked back. By halftime, they were up 50-30, and the game essentially felt over. So, Paige Bueckers is the leader of that team, by the way. And this is the person that The Athletic is picking to be the WNBA most valuable player. My God, just the sports media should just come out and say, we hate Caitlin Clark. Just come out and say it, that you can't stand Caitlin Clark. That's so wild. But guys, I talk about the agenda all the time, and this is it. There's no greater offenders of the when it comes to the agenda than the sports media. They're the biggest culprits. Paige Bueckers is going into her second WNBA season fresh off of winning the Rookie of the Year honors. However, Paige Bueckers might be going for more lucrative hardware. In 2026, the Athletic insider Ben Pickman believes the Wings point guard could be the league's most valuable player in 2026. Quote, the WNBA MVP award essentially has been earmarked to particular players for more than a half a decade. Since 2018, Breanna Stewart or Asia Wilson has taken home the honor 6 of 8 seasons, with Jonquel Jones, one of my favorites, and Elena Delle Donne in 2019 as the outliers, but the league has too much talent to just write in Stewart or Wilson for the trophy yet again. I predict someone else will win the award for the first time, Pickman wrote. By the way, Nafizia Collier finished second in the MVP voting. Her candidacy was seemingly derailed with an August ankle injury. She would have been the likeliest first-timer, but her injuries might impact her early season production. Alyssa Thomas has been a top 5 finisher for 4 consecutive years and is poised to build on her first season in Phoenix, which resulted in the Mercury's WNBA final appearance. If not, Caitlin Clark and Paige Bueckers will take home the MVP awards and snap a decade-plus long streak without a guard. But for now, I'll take Paige Bueckers. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It goes on to just, talk up Bueckers. Averaged 19.2 points, 5.4 assists, 3.9 rebounds, and 36 appearances for the Dallas Wings. Okay, well, my question is, how good is the Wings supposed to be? You giving the MVP to a team that sucks? You see my point? I mean, he mentions Caitlin Clark, and I feel like he did that to keep people like me from making videos. Sorry, not sorry. I see what you're doing. Why is Paige Bueckers the one that you pick over Caitlin Clark? When it's pretty obvious the Indiana Fever is going to be in this playoff thing till the very end. Like, they could win. They could have the best record in the league. The Dallas Wings were terrible. I mean, are you expecting them to just bounce out there and make the playoffs? We have no idea what their team's going to look like right now. But we know one thing. Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston on the same team. Kelsey Mitchell probably coming back. With any luck, Sophie's coming back. Lexi ought to come back. I think, in part, when it comes to most valuable player, you got to play on a good team. By the way, you got to elevate your team. Paige Bueckers elevate the team. Who's got the number 1 overall pick? Who's got a top pick again? Just wondering. I don't know. I mean, you get my point. I'm just thinking out loud. You see how this works, folks? I mean, agenda. Sports media, ESPN, The Athletic, these other entities, we've seen this time and time again. I will give them credit. They at least got smart enough to, I'm going to throw Caitlin's name out there and maybe the dogs won't come for me. Nah. Sorry, not sorry. Gonna call you out. Yeah, that's all there is to it. Because I see what you're doing. Alyssa Thomas? Really? Yeah, promoting that WNBA Players Union propaganda too, I see. Peace, I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.